In 1964, Nelson Mandela was sentenced to life imprisonment. He was sent to Robben Island to languish between the four walls of a tiny prison cell for the rest of his life. The authorities had locked the door and thrown away the key. What happened thereafter provides a powerful message of hope and inspiration to people the world over. I had the privilege to make a pilgrimage to that famous cell in B Block on Robben Island recently. And you know, it really got me thinking.
Many of us are in a similar predicament. We are restricted by the prison walls of our minds, and the key to our freedom is nowhere to be found. The poorest person in the world is a person without hope. The most frustrated person in the world is a person with hope that never happens. No matter how rich or poor we are, whether we're born in a township or in a shack, in a suburb or city, or even amidst the marble floors of the aristocracy of society, all of us have dreams and hopes. You may be a housewife or a business executive, a school kid or a student. You may be physically or mentally challenged. You may be an entrepreneur or a civil servant. Whoever and whatever you are, at some or other time, you must certainly have felt a prisoner of your circumstances, a prisoner of your past, your present, your future, a prisoner of your opinion, a prisoner of other people's negative opinion of you, a prisoner trapped by the restricting wall of your mind. And the key is nowhere to be found. I'm David Molapo, and I'd like you to join me on a journey to find that key. A journey we can't make without your active participation and involvement. Working together, let us unlock the wonderful potential in each and every one of us, because we all have the potential to fulfill our hopes and to realize our dreams and visions.
There is no excuse to justify the destruction of the seed of potential that the Creator placed within each and every person. Nelson Mandela was a man with a dream. In the long years of isolation, he continued to cherish the ideal of a free society in which the productive potential of each and every individual can be realized to the full. Prison did not destroy Nelson Mandela's spirit. It forged him into a global giant, an internationally respected statesman, a pioneer, responsible for steering South Africa into an era posing perhaps the greatest challenge ever for each and every citizen, to be winners and to become a winning nation.
You can become the man or woman you were born to be. You can accomplish anything in the real world. You can initiate dynamic changes in your world. You can be a generator of hope in your life, in your business, in your community, and the broader community. Join me on this adventure and discover that the future is in your hands. This is the township of Kwatema, where I was born, where I grew up. I spent most of my formative years here. This could have been my prison, just as where you are could be your prison. You see, I used to blame apartheid for everything. Despondency, despair, discouragement, disillusionment, anger, bitterness, hatred. But despite all of that, I realized that it is not what is happening to me that counts, but it is how I react to what is happening to me that counts. It was easy for me to blame the system and blame apartheid. But remember that when you blame someone, you give up the power to change.
That first step to freedom is always the most difficult. Believe me, I've been there. You've got to separate yourself from the negatives of the past. You see, I had a mind like concrete, thoroughly mixed and permanently set. I was a victim of other people's negative opinion of me. I constantly worried what people thought. But worrying is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't take you anywhere. I soon realized that to get somewhere in life, to release your potential, you have to commit to change. You have to make the decision to forgive yourself and others for what has happened in the past. You have to start to realize your value, to understand that whoever you are a potential champion. You have to throw off that heavy baggage of the past you've been dragging around and find that purpose in your life. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but it is life without meaning, life without purpose. My purpose was to become a pioneer, to turn the lemons of the past into the lemonade of the future, to turn the scars of the past into the stars of the future, to turn the stumbling blocks of the past into the stepping stones of the future. We have spoken about the need for change, the choice for change. But how do we actually do it? For starters, let's begin with getting rid of this word, I cannot. It is impractical, because actually you can. Remember, it may be difficult to forget your past, but you can choose to forgive, and you can start now to pioneer a future for yourself, for your company, and your community. So now is the new South Africa, the Rainbow Nation. We have dropped the baggage, the burdens, the gemors, or the mess of the past. South Africa has gone through a miracle of transformation. Change is here to stay. Technology is changing. Our politics are changing. Our regions are changing. Our environment is changing. And yet, for many people in their own lives, nothing has really changed. And the reason is that the power to change comes from within. You see, no government, no business strategy, no person can change you. In fact, the easiest way to cope with change is to help create it. So the question you have to ask yourself is, what changes do I want in my life? Who and what do I desire to be? What is your dream? What is your vision for your life, for your family, for your business, for your country? It may be to find a fulfilling career, or to find a challenging job, or maybe to develop your life, the potential of your organization, the potential of your community. It may be to move to a better place. It may be to quit smoking or to keep fit, to be more spiritual, to inspire and do for others. Whatever it is, it must be your dream, it must be your desire. The problem with most of us is that we are always living other people's dreams, other people's desire. I want to challenge you that you must drop all the people's desires and begin to live your life. Begin to enhance the level of your vision. Think big. Remember, it is not where you find yourself in that is important. It is what you do about your situation. Change in your life is up to you. You have to have personal commitment to take responsibility to see the change through. If you want to get somewhere in the voyage of life, you need to find direction. You have to take control of your destiny before it takes control of you. You have to chart your course. So let's define that vision and purpose for our lives and determine to carry it out. I often marvel at the level of determination and commitment of people who train and exercise regularly. They've made a decision and they are taking action to achieve that goal. They are honoring and developing the potential that exists within each and every one, our God-given ability.